Welcome back. Welcome back. Back with another one. So, today I'm going to be reading a little bit in Proverbs, and this is from the Holy Bible. So, here we go. It says, if they say, come along, or this is Proverbs 1:11. So, if they say, come along with me, or with us, let's lie and wait for someone's blood. Let's waylay some harmless soul. Let's swallow them alive like the grave, and whole like those who go down to the pit. And then I was watching a YouTube video, and it had this. Uh, it was for Proverbs, and I was watching the YouTube video, and this line came up on the video, and it said, "If they say, come along with us," and then it said something about let's kill somebody, and I'm like, what? I'm like, that could not be right. You know what I mean? So I checked it. I wanted to check in my Bible and see if it said that, and it didn't say that. So it just shows you what you get when you're getting something from YouTube. But they're corrupting the Bible even on YouTube. You think that you'd be able to go on YouTube and at least be able to get the Bible? It's something that's free. But no, it's corrupted. He said, "Let's say, come on, let's kill somebody." I mean, granted, this is what this said too, in a different way, but that literally said, "Let's go and kill somebody." I mean, this line says that inadvertently, and in Proverbs, in the Holy Bible, like the book that I have, but on YouTube though it says literally, "Let's go and kill somebody." You can check it out for yourself. It's Proverbs YouTube video. It's I believe it's got the words with it, or so Proverbs with text probably. But yeah, right away in the first 2 minutes of the video, it said something about let's go and kill somebody. I'm like, what? Who says that? And that just shows you the Bible is messed up book because okay, granted that maybe this kind of thing happens. Why would God really want to be talking about if God wrote the Bible? Why would God want to be talking about stuff like this? Why wouldn't God be talking about stuff that actually matters? Let's go along and kill somebody. You know what I mean? Like, who talks like that? I mean, granted, this is 2,000 years ago, but still, who's going to say something like that? If they say, "Come along with us, let's lie and wait for someone's blood. Let's waylay some harnessed soul. Let's swallow them alive like the grave." Who says let's swallow somebody alive like the grave? Who says let's swallow somebody when they're killing somebody? I mean, maybe I ain't hanging out with too many people that are killing people, but it's just that it sounds like it would be something that wouldn't happen. And this is supposed to be the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, the king of Israel, saying this stuff. So why would he say some shit like that? That is crazy. Come along with us. Let's go kill somebody. I mean, granted, the YouTube video translation was a little bit different than this. It was more literal than this one that I have, but I guess that just shows you over time the stuff's getting changed. And if that was, I mean, this whole entire Proverbs 111 was completely different than the Proverbs 111 on the YouTube video. I mean, it said the same thing in a way, but it was completely different by how it said it. So that just shows you that that's corrupted, and that's just one little thing. Just imagine how much corruption in the Bible is going to be in 100,000 years, 2,000, 10,000 years, if there still is a Bible. So maybe God's word was a certain way at one point in time, and then man came along and just totally put their 2 cents in and messed it all up. Or maybe when they wrote the Bible, they didn't write it properly or something. I don't know. There's just a lot of weird unanswered questions about the Bible. Is the Bible beneficial? I don't think so. Not at all. I think if somebody really wanted to teach us something, they would write a list of the things they want us to be taught, and they would teach us what's bad and what's good and what's wrong, and they wouldn't be playing shadow games trying to mislead us and confuse us about every little thing. You know, you'd think that the Ten Commandments would be on the first page of the Bible, but no, it starts talking about all this stuff that, you know, we can't even prove. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. What does the heavens and the earth got to do with us? You know what I mean? We need to know how, or the Bible's meant to teach us how to live. We need to know what to live by. That should be the very first page of the Bible. Do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. It should be exactly like that, word for word. But no, it's not like that. There's a bunch of stories and songs and psalms and all this crazy stuff, and it's like, why would God go and spend all this time making all this stuff that's irrelevant? There's some stuff in the Bible that has never even been talked about by anybody, probably. It might have been read, but I guarantee nobody even noticed it. And if they take it out of the Bible, nobody will ever notice it. You know what I mean? So eventually, the stuff that's in the Bible is just going to be a bunch of man's word that's left in it. The Bible was probably like a million books at one time, and now it's 66, and then in the future it's going to be like one book, and it's going to be uh, it's going to say like, do as you're told, because that's what religion wants. They want you to do as you're told. But the Bible is a divine book. And I mean, I'm not saying I could write this book. There's a lot of big words in here and everything like that. But do I think God wrote it? I don't think God would spend his time writing a book. God creates universes. Universes with the spark of thought. God creates universes. Do you think God would really give a fuck about what humans are reading? Sorry for my language, but do you really think God cares what people read? And if he did care about it, don't you think that it would be pretty well laid out, uh, what's right, what's wrong? And if he cared about what he wanted us to do, wouldn't he explain it in very specific detail instead of talking about all these crazy things that could have happened, would have happened, might have happened, should have happened? Like, most of the stories in the Bible are just so crazy, far fetched. Like, God should have known that we're not even going to consider that to be realistic, because it sounds too crazy. Like, Noah's story sounds so fake that anyone who believes it is got to be half dumb. And maybe even if it really happened, the people that believe it still have to be half dumb, because that is just a crazy story. All the animals in the world just jumped on this guy's boat, and he went sailing on down the ocean as the whole world flooded. What? Where'd all the water go? Where did it dissipate to? All that the water flooded the whole earth, but then now it's not. The water's not there. Wouldn't the water still be here? Why would the water just disappear? See, it just doesn't make any sense. And if God is the writer of the Bible, God is not. God's got like a retardation or something, a mental retardation, a slowness to him or something, because this God is not that intelligent. God could make us all know everything, or know everything that he wants us to know in an instant, just by putting those thoughts in our mind. Why would he make us read all this stupid shit and make us try to figure out stuff and like scramble stuff and decode stuff and check the gematria of everything? What is that got to do with our life? It occupies our time, but it doesn't accomplish nothing. Everyone who's ever read the book, I guarantee 99.99999999999 for infinity, don't know what the Bible's about. That percent. So 0.00 to infinity 1% know what the Bible's actually meant to say. And that is simply that ye are gods and awake thy soul. That's it. Nobody paid attention to that. That's the whole purpose of the Bible. Just that sentence. If you could, or those two sentences, if you could eliminate the whole Bible and just use those two sentences, people would understand. Okay, Okay, I got you. I got you. I hear you. You know what I mean? We could just have signs all over that say that, and people be waking up, and this whole world would be changed. We'd be living in 2085, in 2021. Every year would be like a 100-year generational gap in technology and advancements. Because we would all understand that, yeah, we are the gods. We are created of God. So that means we are divine. We have the ability to connect to infinite intelligence. That means we can do anything at any time, anywhere. So do we do that stuff though? No, we don't do that stuff because we think that we're just mediocre people floating around through galactic dust. And we're just particles that just coincidentally happen to connect. And now those things became us, and we are living this experience, and we're listening to what I have to say. That's crazy. You are created from God. You are God. That's the secret. The whole Bible can be burned. The whole Bible could be thrown in the garbage. All these books that have been written throughout time, 99% of them are just a waste of time. Most of them don't teach you nothing. The only thing you could learn from a book is learn an example and learn what not to do or what to do based on what somebody else has already done. But it doesn't teach you nothing. You teach yourself anything that you learn by applying yourself and putting time and effort into it. No one can teach you nothing. The people who wrote the Bible cannot teach you nothing. They didn't teach you nothing. They didn't teach you the main point about the Bible. They didn't teach you that the most important thing was those two sentences. Because they didn't want to teach you. They want to mislead you. They want to distract you. They want you to be stuck on La La Land trying to figure out this and having it under the guise that God told you this is God's book. God wants you to do this. Blah, 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 blah. God, 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 God. Fuck. God is just a fucking word that was created recently. God does not want you to do nothing. God isn't even in the Creator's name. The Creator, who knows what the Creator's name is? The Creator is an uncreated being that created everything. How are we supposed to know anything about an invisible realm that created the physical? And the being that created the physical and invisible realm? How are we going to be able to comprehend that in our little brains? We are microscopic DNA to God. You know what I mean? We are nothing to God. God doesn't even see us. You know what I'm saying? He definitely doesn't care what we're reading. So all those people out there that believe that God's leading them, I think that if anyone is leading you through these books, it's the devil. So that's all I got for this one. And if you really want to educate yourself, apply yourself, and do what is necessary to live an outstanding life, do anything you must to obtain the things that you want. And money isn't the ultimate goal, but money will get you 99% of the things that you want. Money will solve 99% of the problems that you have. So you can either do what you've been doing, or you could realize that, hey, I want this out of life, and I'm going to go get it right now. And do whatever it takes to get that thing. And you will have your dreams fulfilled, and your life will not be wasted. And you can actually leave a legacy to your